Georgia Tech is going to North Carolina to play North Carolina State. Now, North Carolina State, despite their 4-4 record, are the only team that's actually beat Virginia. That was a 35-31 close game. They've been beaten by Virginia Tech, Duke, Notre Dame, and Pitt. But they've beaten Campbell, Wake Forest, East Carolina, and Virginia. So they're an interesting team. Georgia Tech is currently 8-0. They've beaten Clemson, Duke, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest. Basically, yeah, even though they've gotten some close games, Wake Forest was an overtime game. Virginia Tech was a little over 2 touchdowns. Duke was probably a lot closer than they wanted it to be, as was the Clemson game. They've still found ways to win. And they're being looked at as probably going to the college football playoff unless something drastic happens to their season. On top of the fact of they've got NC State, Boston College, Pitt, and Georgia. Georgia is probably going to be their primary loss before the college football playoff teams get picked. NC State not going anywhere. They might go to a bowl game if they can pull up 2 more wins. And they've got Florida State, North Carolina, Miami, and Georgia Tech. It'll be tough for them to pull off 2 wins. They should be able to get at least one more win in there. They might be able to take out Florida State. But we're going to take a look at these two teams. And this game, Brent Key and Dave Dorn. Dave Dorn has got a lot of people talking about him losing his job. He's won 2 conference titles in the MAC, but at the same time, the best he's done at NC State is 9-win seasons. He's never been able to get above that. And, you see what Brent Key's doing. He built up Georgia Tech to the point that they're 8-0 this season. That's better than any other season that he's had because he's had 2 7-6 seasons. They went 4-4 in 2022. So, yeah, this ACC matchup is going to be interesting. Now, if you like college football, once in a while I cover college sports, and I kind of like Georgia Tech, so yeah, I'm a little rooting for them. If you like college sports, I don't cover transfer portal, I don't cover recruiting, so I cover other sports, usually women's gymnastics after, and a little bit of basketball after January. Hit like, hit subscribe, and let's get into this game. Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video. And I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there. Now, when you're talking about Georgia Tech, since they're the Biston team, Haynes King is primary offensive weapon. He's 133 of 184 with 1,480 passing yards, 72.3 completion rate. He's thrown 7 touchdowns, only had 1 interception. Now, his 2 backup quarterbacks have each thrown a touchdown, so they got 9 touchdowns through the air, only 2 interceptions, and 4 sacks. Rushing, Haynes King leads it with 651 yards, 113 carries, 12 touchdowns. So he's their primary offense on all metrics. Malachi Hosley has got 62 rushes, 488 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jamal Haynes has got 3. J.P. Powell and Dalen Gordon have each got 1. So they got 23 on the ground. Basic ground and pound. Through the air, Isaiah Kanian has got 21 catches, 316 yards, 2 touchdowns. Malik Rutherford has got 2 touchdowns. Eric Rivers has got 1. Dean Patterson and Josh Beathan both have 2 touchdowns. So that's at 9 touchdowns right there. They've got a diverse group. And I mean, Isaiah Kanian has 316 yards. Eric Rivers has 300 yards. Malik Rutherford has 200. And you're looking at rushing. Haynes King having a 651, but Malachi Hosley has 488. Jamal Haynes has 432. So they've got a little bit of diversity in their offense. Now, on defense, 16 sacks on opposing quarterbacks, 25 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries. So, yes, they've got a good offensive line, but they also have a decent defensive line. And their pass defense not that bad, even though they could probably convert a few of those into interceptions if they had a little bit better, but nothing major here. This defense is solid. Kyle Efford has got 51 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections. Clayton Powell Lee's got 41 tackles, 1 pass deflection, 1 forced fumble. EJ Lightsey has got 40 tackles, and Jai Gilmore has got 29 tackles, half a sack, 2 pass deflections. It's a solid defense. It's not, one of the better ones out there, but it's still a solid defense. And penalties, they're 47 for 380, 47 yards per game. That's not that terrible at this point. I'm looking at their offensive line. Even though Haynes King's a Russian quarterback, still holding in there. He's still got 1,480 yards, but he's got those 12 touchdowns rushing. Plus, Malachi Hosley's really good at rushing. Jamal Haynes, a good with the 3 touchdowns, but he's also just a good utility back to just give the ball and he gets in yards. You're talking about Haynes King's rushing average is 5.8 yards a rush. Malachi Hosley 7.9. JP Powell's 14.4. These guys know how to cover the field. Jordan Allen, who even though he's not got a touchdown, has got 78-yard run. Dean Patterson, who's got the 2's got an 84-yard run. They've got guys that can make some plays. They've got a defense that is making tackles. It's a good, solid team. Nothing flashy, but just good, solid football. Now, when you're looking at NC State, CJ Bailey's QB1, he's got 179 of 255. He's 70.2% completion rate. 2,071 yards through the air. He's thrown 17 touchdowns, but he's been intercepted 7 times. A little bit prone to mistakes. He's also been sacked 13 times, which, okay, a little over 1 sack a game. Still not a really good offensive line. And those 7 interceptions is showing that he's either not handling pressure as good as he needs to, or he's not making the right decisions at the right time. Now, one of his backups, Teddy Hoffman, has thrown a touchdown. Actually, no, that wasn't a backup. That's a wide receiver. One of his backups actually threw an interception, and Hollywood Smothers has also thrown a football. Now, Hollywood Smothers leading rusher, 120 yards, 120 carries, 825 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jaden Scott, 3 touchdowns. CJ Bailey, 3 touchdowns. Will Wilson, 3 touchdowns. So you've got 2 quarterbacks right there, both CJ Bailey and Will Wilson, that have rushed in. Hollywood Smothers is doing a lot of the running, but Jaden Scott's got 235 yards. So, not bad. 1,204 yards on the ground, 15 carries, or 15 touchdowns by running game. They got 18 through the air. Terrell Anderson's got 26 catches, 468 yards, 4 touchdowns. Justin Jolie, who was there last year, 36 catches, 365 yards, 5 touchdowns. Wesley Grimes has got 1. Noah Rogers has 2. Keenan Jackson's got two. Teddy Hoffman and Hollywood Smothers both have one, as does Cody Hardy. So and Dante Daniels. So 18, they're kind of balanced offense with them trying a few trick plays here and there. They've got dudes that can make breakout plays. Mostly, Hollywood Smothers does it on rushing, but they've got dudes, Terrell Anderson, Justin Jolie, both Wesley Grimes, Noah Rogers, also Teddy Hoffman. They can make it on the air game. Defensively, they've only got 11 sacks. That's especially considering who they've played. 29 pass deflections, so five intercept interceptions, with one of them going back. They've only got two forced fumbles, two fumble recoveries. Their defensive line isn't that good either, but their pass defense, it sounds really good. Now, Caden Fordham has got 77 tackles, which is really good. He's a linebacker, got two sacks, one pass deflection, one forced fumble. He's a dude that you pay attention to. Sean Brown's got 44 tackles, one pass deflection. Kenny Shore's got 42 tackles, one pass deflection, and one fumble recovery. Ronnie Royal, a safety, has got 41 tackles, one pass deflection, one interception, and one forced fumble. So they've got dudes on the defense. Their line isn't doing as good, but they're still making the tackles. But mostly they're letting people get into their secondary, which when you're going up against a Haynes King type of offense, it might not be a good thing. But still, they're doing good that way. Now, penalty wise, you're looking at 47 for 459, so 57 per game. That's not that disciplined. With an offensive line that's not a seb, but they're not doing as good as they need to. But a balanced offense that can win, but is still having problems. Now, look, here's part of the thing. Dave Dorn, from what I'm hearing, and I don't know how true this is on campus, but there are a lot of people calling for Dave Dorn to lose his job. I don't see why you would want to do that, in all honesty. The man's 91 of 69 at NC State. Yeah, the best record he's got is 9 wins, but you're talking it's NC State. They've had some good years. They've had a few bad years, but he had one losing season. He had a losing season last year, a losing season his first season, and last year's losing season was 6-7. They lost to East Carolina in a bowl game. He's not a bad coach. You don't in this environment you don't get rid of somebody like him. Brent Key is not a desperate is not in desperation mode. I think that Georgia Tech is going to be Georgia Tech. NC State's going to put up one heck of a fight. Can NC State win this game? Yes. NC State could disrupt the Georgia Tech offense, but I think that Georgia Tech's going to be disrupting NC State's offense too. I think it's going to be coming down to who can game plan the best. Dave Dorn right now is sounding like he might be in a little bit of desperation mode. Hopefully he isn't. Hopefully he is taking this game as it should be. If Dave Dorn is not in desperation mode, if he is looking at it as any other game, I think this is going to be a deadly NC State team. This is going to be a very scary one. I do think Georgia Tech's going to win it, but I think this is going to be a fight from the word go. I think it's just going to be that it's going to come down to coaching. You've got two teams that are pretty much set in their ways. Georgia Tech's used to winning, and dear God, they want to get to the college football playoff. Brent Key has shown them the way to get there. Dave Dorn is having too many headaches right now. Got a good team. Don't get me wrong. He's got a good team, but they're just not able to complete what needs to be done. Part of that's coaching. part of it is the caliber that NC State's been getting on for the football team. Both good teams. Like I said, though, Georgia Tech's just a little bit better. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.